Famcast Media. Bitch.
Lucky 13 Podcast.
Live here at Lucky 13 Saloon. We got Jamal.
Yo.
We got Dave.
Yo.
And Dave, I'm gonna and you got me, Jeff. When you get Dave, I'll let you introduce our special guest today. Fucking Jersey Pride.
Well, today we got former lead singer and fucking awesome fucking Hudson County scumbag. But currently he's in a fucking righteous fucking band from Hudson County called the Child Actors. We got fucking Patrick motherfucking Rivera.
What's up, Jeff?
Hi there.
How you doing?
There we go.
I'm glad you're not in a band called the Child Molesters. That's all I'm.
No, yeah. That would be awful.
How you doing, man?
Good, man. Really excited to be here. I've never actually seen this back room with the lights on, so I was kind of in awe because I just always thought it was just really dark back here. So now to see all the posters, I'm like, oh man, this is pretty freaking cool. But
this is where the magic happens back
Yeah, it is where the magic happens. I can't even speak. That is where the magic happens. You played here before a few times, though, don't you?
Yeah, about twice. I played with Locaine, I Destroyer, and a couple other bands I'm forgetting. Sorry about that, but you know, it's fucking little bit of the ganja always makes me forget some things.
I get it. What's it called? Locaine's playing here on Friday. Are you on that bill on Friday?
Yes.
Oh, you are. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that should be good, man. Hopefully I'll be around. We'll see what happens. I fucking supposed to be out of
Who
town.
sets up that stuff, though? Castle?
Yeah, Kevin does.
Okay.
Kevin's coming on the show. He finally agreed, right?
Yeah, he was talking to me. Hey, sometime in October or something like that he was saying.
Yeah, he said that. Dave, you look nice with your hair. It looks nice like that.
Yeah, my wife hates it.
Yeah?
Yeah, I love it, bro. That's because I'm going fucking bald in the front, dude. So I'm like, fuck, dude. It's time.
I get it. I got the 5 head.
That's what fucking...
I got it.
Dude, I was the owner that fucking got that fucking say to me.
I got it, man. I tried. I take fucking hair vitamins so my hair isn't all falling out.
Yeah. No.
So what part of Jersey are you from?
I'm from Weehawken, originally from Union City, but I've been living in Weehawken now for about 10 or 11 years. So it's pretty chill. We're right outside. We're not too Jersey, but we're not too New York. We're like kind of in the middle. We're almost like, a little 6 borough out there.
Yeah.
So, it's pretty chill.
Yeah, dude, it's like a fucking 4x4 block, dude, or some shit, bro. It's real tiny up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Jersey, man. Jersey's got its own little fucking. There's so many like weird, like, you have like Jersey City, Newark, like that whole area, and then you got like the Jersey Shore, and then you have like.
No. Never fucking put us north with those motherfuckers down there, bro.
There's so many parts of Jersey, man, and then you like South Jersey is like another planet.
That's the shore. Those fuckers down there can have that shit.
South Jersey, dude, is like another planet. Like I played down in South Jersey before, and it's got like. I mean, there's still dudes with like mullets and like white high top sneakers with the fucking tongue sticking out.
Acid wash jeans,
Yeah.
dudes with the French braid, mullets with the wraparound Oakleys and the Speedos, like on the street, it's pretty
It's like
crazy.
the Bronx
down
of New Jersey.
Yeah, but there's so many different parts of New Jersey. It's cool, you know what I mean? People shit on Jersey. There's only one.
Well, your former partner, your partner's from fucking was out there, right?
Who?
Mel. LaDee.
Yeah.
Was out where?
She used to live in Jersey City.
Oh, she did live.
Yeah.
When we first met, she lived in. She did a short stint in Jersey City when we first met.
You make it sound like prison, dude.
Parts of Jersey feel like a prison.
God, there was how old are you?
I am turning 38 next week.
All right. There was a club called Studio One. Do you know that place?
It was in Newark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw Typo
That
Negative
was before.
there.
That was a little bit before his time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw Typo Negative there years ago, many years ago, like 1993 maybe.
Fuck.
It's a long time ago.
Yeah, that was when they were popping.
What's that?
That's when
Yeah.
They were popping. They were
So
good.
what, it was, but they weren't huge yet. You know what I mean? Like they were just kind of.
Well, Bloody Kisses didn't Bloody Kisses just come out then, right?
Bloody Kisses might have been right before Bloody Kisses. They might have been like just promoting Bloody Kisses.
Okay.
But I just remember them still playing a lot of the shit from like Slow.
Yeah, they
Deep
play
and
on
Hard.
my boys from Suffer played with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, death metal band Suffer from Jersey City.
All right. You Gutter Christ? You friend with Gutter Christ also?
I'm familiar with Gutter Christ. We know each other by appearance. I don't think
Okay.
we know each other by name necessarily. I did see him at MDF recently. And, you know, we chit-chatted over there. But he's everywhere. He's all over the scene. I mean, he's been around for years out there. So
Yeah, between that and then the horror scene and he's always he's been
all
around
the
for a long
conventions. He sold me a couple of action figures. You know, I collect action figures.
time. Me too.
Nice.
As you can tell, I collect shit.
My man. See, it's not completely nerdy. You know what I'm saying? We still get some.
Listen, it makes me feel It makes me feel like a fucking kid. We were talking about The Sopranos earlier.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, dude, are you kidding me? So I didn't know there was a Sopranos video game.
Really?
That's right. Yeah.
For PlayStation 2.
Oh shit.
And my fucking girl has a PlayStation 2 in the closet, so I bought a fucking Sopranos video game the other day. It just came in the mail. I'm very excited about it. And my girlfriend's going away next weekend. That's when I'm going to play.
Sopranos all day.
It's funny because like now, if you go by the Bada Bing or you know with Satin Dolls now, there's a weed dispensary like right next door to it now.
Oh yeah.
So that would be an interesting like you know storyline or subplot line right there with the Sopranos having the weed dispensary next door.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, but they closed the strip club down too. It's not even. It's nothing right now.
Nah, it's just there. And
Still got Pizza Land.
Yeah. Yeah, I was saying I always want to do that tour, the Sopranos tour, but a lot of the shit is gone now. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Well, if you do the tour, make sure you knock on my door because I'm right around the corner from Pizza Land.
I will. You know, I want to fucking. You know, the house is still there. The house was up for sale a couple of years ago.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah, it was going for like 2.5 or something like that.
Damn.
Yeah.
The porch store is not there anymore. Satriali's. That was like they actually designed that I think for the show.
Yeah.
And they tore that down immediately afterwards. But it was funny. Like I'm in the parking lot and like you know I'm there like with my mom and my kids and like they're like looking at me like what the fuck? I'm like guys. Syl got shot in this fucking parking lot. All right, you guys don't understand. Like you don't even care. And my mom's like, "Yo, I just want to go eat.
Yeah.
Let's get the fuck out of here, please."
You know, most people who I talked about it, like I have there's not a lot of. I mean, there is and there isn't. You know what I mean? Something like Sopranos, and some people are like, oh Christ, you know what I mean? But yeah, no, I could talk about Sopranos all fucking day.
Yeah.
Well, just let me get a little more into it, bro, before we start talking about it.
All right, are you a fucking? Are you a big Bruce Springsteen guy too? And Bon Jovi, you back in Jersey Pride?
I am not.
Yeah.
My Jersey Pride's the Misfits. That's
right,
my
there you
Jersey
go.
Pride. You know.
There you go.
And you know, I guess Sinatra, you know, to some extent, even though he hated Hoboken, but you know, like our drummer's from Hoboken, so you know.
Shout out to Chris Carpenter.
Yeah, he secretly hates Hoboken now because it's too gentrified from him. You know, and I'm just like, bro, like everywhere's
It's
gentrified
too PC
now.
for
Like,
cop.
Everywhere's too gentrified now.
It is. I'm whatever, man. You know, as soon as everything's kind of cool, and then all of a sudden it gets because the fucking yuppies start to move in, and then it gets fucked with. You know,
It gets uppity, you know what I mean? And then they want to start ruining everything. And then, you know, if it's not Jason Mraz and you're not wearing a hat that you got a free can of soup with, you know, they don't want to know anything about you. So
Yeah.
I get it. But it's cool to see places like this that still exist, you know, because this is counterculture, man. Like, this is awesome here.
This is
you
the
know?
greatest fucking place in the fucking world, bro, if you're a metalhead.
There's no other metal bar in Brooklyn, okay?
No.
This is the only one.
You're fucking 1,000% right.
Oh,
I
man.
appreciate that.
Nice.
So how long you been in Child Access now?
It's been about 2 years. So like we kind of formed pre-pandemic and we were jamming and then the pandemic hit and then they're like, oh, everybody's got to stay home. And I'm just like, oh, cool. We just got to go to the studio more now.
Yeah.
So that's what we did. And we were in the studio the entire time. And, you know, we were just writing, we were just creating stuff. And, you know, oddly enough, we were kind of like using the pandemic as like fuel, you know, like just the fact that we couldn't be outside, that we weren't allowed to do it. We were like, well, fuck this. Now we're going to be in the studio even more.
They were breaking the fucking law, bro, over there, man.
That's good.
Compared to fucking people.
We got into altercations like with the management there. Like one guy like was yelling at us like you're threatening my life, and we were just like, nah, dude, we're cool. We'll wear our masks. We'll do whatever in the hallway, but like while we're in our room, we keep our distance, and nobody's sick here, so we're good. And surprisingly, none of us got COVID in the height of COVID. Afterwards, different story.
Yeah, then everybody got it at some. Everybody's gonna get it at some point.
But you know, we've been doing it now for some time, and then you know, it just kind of happened. I was supposed to do something else with this other band. I got this studio that fell apart, and then we just started jamming, and then it just kind of evolved. And then you know, other friends started hitting us up. You know, our buddy Jay, who's the guitarist and also bass player.
Shout out, Jay.
And you know, our other guy Mike too, who also is a guitarist and a bass
Shout
player
out,
too.
Michael.
And they switch up. So you know,
I know the guys. I liked it. That's what I was saying.
no, that was good. So it just kind of like, I don't know, kind of just snowballed from there. And then we were just like, fuck it. This is really fun. And we've been enjoying what we've been doing so far.
Nice. I'm sorry, but Jamal, what are you doing?
Nothing.
I've never seen anybody pour a beer back into a can, but I've seen him pour the can into the cup.
I don't question him no more. He's a fucking guru, bro. I don't question Jamal's methods anymore.
Yeah.
He's fucking Jesus, bro.
I constantly question his methods.
Oh man, it's good to hear. I love hearing like how bands got inspired during the lockdown instead of like curling into a fucking ball and peeing on yourself like everybody was doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like there was a lot. I mean, like the cool thing about it was the studio was completely fucking dead. Like there was very few people. I mean, outside of the people that squat there, you know, it was just us. So it was like we were there constantly. We were constantly jamming, and we were just super creative. And something about just us being told we couldn't be there just made us want to be there
Fucking
more.
punk rock, dude.
Listen, that's what I mean. I kind of closed the doors here, and I was jamming back here, and unfortunately, my guitar player was too scared to leave his house and whatever. But you know, me and my girlfriend got to jam back here quite a bit, and you know, they were like, "You can't be out, and the streets were dead," and I was in here drinking.
Shout out Diane, one of
Yes.
the baddest drummers in the world.
Yeah, I was.
Diane
Yeah,
noise.
that's the Diane drunk noise. Yeah, and it wasn't. Listen, a lot of my friends did. They kind of curled up and couldn't play, and I was like, I was hoping to get some motivation from people, but nobody just whatever. It was kind of fucking hard. But no, man, I'm glad you guys kept going during the pandemic.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's just like once we got in that groove, like we couldn't stop, you know, and it was just like, fuck it, we'll go back again. And then it was like, all right, 1 day a week, fuck it, 2 days a week now. Yeah, 3 days a week. All right, we got a couple hours, we'll sneak up there.
Yeah.
And it was just like we just made the most of the opportunity, and
Bro, they were pumping out fucking. I would talk to them every day, bro. They'd be pumping out a fucking track a day.
yeah,
That's great.
Track a day, bro. It was insane.
That's awesome. That's awesome though, man. Because I was like, there was nothing to do. It was like, all right, we're gonna play video games. All right, I'm gonna sit around. You know what I mean? So you were playing music, which is good.
It's tenacity like that keeps the music alive.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's like I played guitar more in that first year than I have in like five fucking years.
Yeah.
Like once you watch all the porn on the internet in the first day, you need to do something else.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. Like I binged watched everything I wanted to watch. I saw every movie I wanted to see
In like one day.
You know, it was like I read every book, everything I wanted to do, and then I'm like, all right, now what?
It took me about 2 weeks, and then I was like, all right, you know, kind of laying around. I don't get to lay around all that often, so it was kind of nice to just fucking lay around.
Yeah.
Gosh, you know
But,
how many 3-hour movies you can watch in 24 hours?
Yeah.
No, I know, but you know, then I went back and you know, fucking binge watched some shit I haven't freaking watched in years, you know, which is always fun too. But yeah, man, you know, and listen, there's a lot of good music that came out of COVID too. You know, there's some good fucking bands. It's great to see the bands are back playing. You know, and you know, every once in a while we get a cancellation because somebody's got COVID or something like that. But
Yeah, we had that recently at our last gig. We had this band called Airseas Fragment. I think they've played here before as well. And they have this great keyboard. They're a symphonic death metal band, and their keyboard player, he had COVID, so he couldn't make it. But they still kicked ass, you know. But yeah, we get that every now and again. But overall, it's good to see people that aren't afraid anymore, that are just like, hey, fuck it, we got to get out. We got to get our music out, you know, like. We're at a different point now than we were some time ago. So, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it's still fun. I still get people coming here, like, on the weekends, like, double masked up. And
You
like,
fucking for real, dude. I'm sick of it. The CDC changed the guidelines,
I
bro.
know, but these people come in here, like, double masked up, and then they'll get a drink and then sit in the corner and peel their mask back and take a sip and then put the thing on.
And then I'll go outside and probably smoke a cigarette, too.
Like, I'm like, you know, dude, you're like in a packed room, and you know, I don't know, man. Yeah, listen, to each their own, but you know, relax. Everybody's got to fucking
I'm
relax.
gonna start sneezing in those people's face.
Yeah.
Jamal will walk by and spit in their beer. Oh man. So what else? What other club do you play? Other clubs in Jersey? Dingbats.
We've played Dingbats. We love Dingbats. I would say this place and Dingbats are probably our two favorites so far because the sound is excellent here. I mean, you guys really go the extra mile to like make sure that the artists can hear themselves. And that's so huge. That's like so important to an artist, you know, like when you're up there to be able to hear what the fuck you're doing, because some places it's just like, forget about it.
I don't, you know, what's good, where I think I have the leverage in that way is like I play music, you know what I mean? And I don't want, like, the worst is like playing and you fucking, and it sounds like shit or you can't hear up there or something like that. So I tell my sound guys, listen, you need anything's fucking broken, like do it, like whatever. We keep it, I think we keep it, you know, pretty good back here with sound stuff. So it took a minute at first. You know, of course, to adjust everything and, you know, getting the room right and like having a, you know, what's going to bounce off where and what, you know, but it was, whatever, kind of fun setting the room up for that. And yeah, and I'm proud of that because I hate playing fucking clubs and it sounds like shit.
It's the worst. It's the worst, you know, and it throws your performance off, and then like you're not really as into it. You know, here, once I know the sound's good, I'm like, okay, cool. I could do my thing when I get up there.
Yeah.
You know, I can be me, and I can just get into my performance. And that's important. I think that's important for any performer when you're up here. You know, you want to be into it. You know, and you don't want to give some half-ass fucking, you know, rated G fucking performance. You know, you want to get into it. You want it to be rated R. You know,
Rated
you want
G?
some fucking
What the
action.
fuck is G?
You want
Is that a new rating?
General audience,
Oh,
all right?
okay.
General
Is
audience.
that a
I'm
new
going
rating?
by. I'm going by general. You know, the old rating standards here. I want rated R. You know, it's gonna be like a Sopranos episode. There you go. You know what I mean?
Just don't take a shit on the stage. I'm happy. You know?
Yeah. No Gigi Allen stuff. You know.
No. Unfortunately, I couldn't clean it up. I'd have to ask Jamal anyway. So I'd be like,
Yeah.
Jamal, I can't do this.
See, we're talking about shitting everywhere because this guy looks like Johnny Depp. And
Oh man, yeah, man. No chicks have pooped in my
Is
bed.
Amber Heard
thankfully.
onto the stage?
Thankfully, no girls pooped on my bed. And any of you girls out there that are listening, please don't shit in my bed if we end up hooking up or anything. That's the camera looking okay. Please don't shit in my bed, please. Okay, thank you.
Or piss. Piss isn't fun either. I've had a girl piss my bed before.
Yeah,
That's not
cool. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not cool, man. It's
Yeah.
not cool. I'm like, really? Really? I'd be over for one fucking night. You can't hold your shit? And then I look at you with those little puppy dog eyes. It's like, oh, shit. All right. Lose my number. Christ. You can't hold it together on the first night. Forget it. She's definitely going to be shitting in your bed at some point.
oh yeah,
Might be like a hard fart or something, you know. Just
something.
Next thing you know, is a little gravy on the bed. You're like, oh man, what the fuck?
Yeah.
No
So let me
good.
ask you a question, Pat, man. Where did you meet the guys and child actors from?
So Chris, I've known for 25 years now, and I
Sorry
met.
for you, bro. Sorry for you, man.
You know, it's a blessing and a curse with Chris. You know, but that's my brother. That's like my musical brother. You know, we fight like brothers too, but you know that just comes with the territory. I met Chris when we were backyard wrestling in the 90s, and he was the only kid that had a Singapore cane and barbed wire. So everybody was like, "Oh man,
What the fuck?
You know, and he went by the name of Crowbar. You know, so it was like, whoa, Crowbar. Like, who's this Crowbar guy? I used to come here. Oh man, you know, Crowbar. He shows up with light bulbs, man, and he smashes them, and you know, he's got a Singapore cane and barb. We were like, this motherfucker's nuts. Like, we got to meet him. And then we meet him, and he's this tall, skinny, you know, Irish white guy with fucking, like, nerdy glasses. And I'm like, this is the guy that everybody's talking about? That's the bad motherfucker right here? Like, you know?
You look like a screwdriver.
So, yeah, I don't know. We just vibed from there, and we had a lot of similar interests. You know, we like the Misfits. We like Slayer. We like Faith No More, like bands like that. So it just kind of like, we just kind of like just gelled. And then from there, we just became really good friends. And we also used to go watch Jersey All Pro Wrestling. Shout out to Jersey All Pro Wrestling. And, you know, we used to see the death matches over there and all that stuff. So I don't know. We just kept our friendship for years. And then we were in a band called Lost Cause for a while, which I think like a million bands have had that fucking name. And yeah, you know, we just kind of stayed in touch throughout the years.
Sorry about that.
And what was that? I felt like I was on a fucking telethon or something here.
Mr. Rogers.
I usually add background music, but I forgot to.
I thought it was a Charlie Brown episode.
But yeah, Chris, I've just, you know, we've always kind of stuck together for better or worse, you know. And then we just started jamming again. And Jay is another guy too that I've known about 20 years now as well. And I met Jay when he was very young, like in
Backyard
Secaucus.
wrestling?
No, backyard wrestling. It was in a garage jamming. And this garage we used to hang out in called Sickle Cell.
The garage is called Sickle Cell?
Yeah, and it was
fuck?
this black metal band called Seraphim Slaughter used to jam there. So we would go there and we'd watch the practices. And Jay was in Seraphim Slaughter at the time, but he was like the youngest kid there. And he was just like this guitarist. It was like, he was just like this prodigy. We were like, man, this kid's so good for like being like, you know, a 17-year-old. So we just kind of like, you know, became really good friends. And again, similar interests in music, stuff like that. Mike, same thing. You know, I knew Mike from high school. We kind of just all kind of like eventually ended up just coming back together like little by little through music. But it was mainly in the pandemic because nobody else wanted to jam. And these guys were like, fuck it, let's jam. So, you know, it kind of just happened. I mean, oddly enough, I think the pandemic kind of inspired the band and it just kind of formed the band in a weird way.
Kind of like Lambs to the Slaughter.
Yeah.
I don't know why I said that, but you did.
Oh, you know what? I'll give you the horns on that one.
Yeah.
I'll give you the horns.
Oh man, that. You gotta add that Law and Order sound to your sound effects.
Yeah. So, yeah. So the band's name was Sickle Cell, or the place you hung out was Sickle Cell?
It was a garage, right? And this guy Dave's house, and his mom and his dad were in the house. And I mean, we were doing all types of screwed up things there. I mean, like, you know, underage sex and all this stuff, you know, smoking whatever, you know, like snorting whatever, drinking whatever, you know, literally drinking whatever. And we would just jam there. You know, we would watch these guys, you know, like jam out with their upside down crosses and all this stuff. And we were like, oh, this is so fucking metal, you know, and we loved it. And little by little, like, you know, we all kind of started like getting to know each other, and then we were all like, hey, you know, you like this? Oh, I like this. Okay, cool, let's jam. And then eventually Jay left the black metal band Seraphim Slaughter, and somebody else ended up taking his place. And then, you know, he kind of started jamming with this other band called A Lot of Fire. And then from there, we always kind of stayed in touch. You know, we were always really cool. So little by little, you know, we just kind of created this little community that kind of extended from Weehawken, Hoboken, Union City, and Secaucus. You know, Secaucus is kind of close to the Meadowlands over there.
Secaucus or Secaucus?
Secaucus, not Secaucus. Secaucus sounds suggestive in a way. Secaucus sounds a little bit better.
That's how I know he's from Jersey. He pronounces it right.
Yeah. You know, it's like Nork. You know, Nork.
Newark.
Is it Nork or Newark?
Newark.
I always heard Nork.
Newark? Well, when I'm drunk, I'll say Newark.
Or like the people that say
when I'm sober, I say Newark.
Kearney. Like some people say Kearney, but then other people say Carney.
I say Carney.
Some people say Turlet.
Turlet. Yeah.
Frankie says Turlet.
Turlet. Yeah. I feel like they say Yoder too, and like, you know, stuff like that. Or pizza. You want a pizza and a soda? You know.
There we go. Somebody says Hudson County royalty.
Oh, wow. Wow. That's yeah, I would hide that too.
That's more South. That's more South Jersey when they start talking like that, right? When like pizza and.
So there's like a huge divide, right? So it's like the Bennies. We're the Bennies, right? And Benny is Bayonne, Elizabeth, Newark, and New York, right? It's like an acronym, I guess, right? And then there's the Pineys, and the Pineys are the people from South Jersey because there's a lot of pine trees. So, you know, they're always saying, "Oh, I'm a piney from my head to my hiney," you know, and we're like, "Yeah, we're fucking Bennies, like fuck off," you know?
Yeah, that term is gonna get canceled in like another year.
Yeah, totally. And you know what? Deservedly so. I mean, because they're just like they're the shits down there. But north part of Jersey is usually pretty chill for the most part. South Jersey is like, it's like fucking 1980 down there, and not in a good way. Like, it's just 1980 in like a bad way.
They breed them big though, man. There's some big boys down there.
There are. You know, I mean, I think.
Bread. Yeah, well, that whole Gen City story that I told, how that dude almost kicked my ass. That was South Jersey, like, and this dude was a fucking monster, and I'm like fucking with the tongue sticking out on his fucking shoes and the acid wash jeans and everything. But I didn't want to fight him. Yeah, they'll find a hole for you somewhere down there.
Oh, hell yeah. They'll bury you anywhere. I mean, like, we're still looking for Jimmy Hoffa up north. I don't know. They said he's still in the Meadowlands. I don't know about that one.
And they got the Jersey Devil down in fucking down in the Pines too. They got the old
the Chupacabra.
Yeah. I think that was just like voodoo people. It's like in Puerto Rico. Like, I'm Puerto Rican, so I've been to Puerto Rico a bunch of times, and I was there when the Chupacabra was going off, and they're like, "Nah, man, this is like Santeros. This is like voodoo people."
Well, did you see the picture of they think they found a Chupacabra? Did you see that picture?
No, I haven't seen it.
So there's a picture of one, and like this girl, I think she hit it with her car or something like that. What? But and it's like. They think it's like a crossbreed between something or whatever. I forget what the fuck it was. But it's fucking freaky looking.
You think the government's fucking crossbreeding shit?
Yeah. Well, listen, Puerto Rico was used for fucking government testing. So
Ain't
you don't
that
know
the truth?
Yeah, so you don't know what the fuck is going on there.
Yeah. Nuclear weapons, all that shit. I mean, you don't know. It's like some Hills Have Eyes shit coming out of there. You know what I mean? Like, you never know.
My girlfriend's Puerto Rican. She's fucking out of her mind. I think there was a little testing in her blood.
Sounds like my mom and my daughter, you know?
Yeah, so do you go to the island much?
I haven't been to the island in about 20 years. I used to go all the time when I was younger, and like my grandpa was from like this fishing town, so it was like that was like the most organic I ever ate. Like they would kill the chicken in the yard that they would feed, and they would the fish and everything was just all like from the Caribbean Sea, and we'd wake up like at the butt crack of dawn, and it was like beautiful. It was like like all stars in the
Why would
sky.
you wake up at the butt crack of dawn?
To go fish, to go get bait, man. To to go do all that stuff. My grandpa would wake up at like 4 or 5 in the morning. He'd take us out there, and it was just the most amazing thing. And then we'd get a bunch of fish. We'd come back. We'd trade for mangoes or coconuts or whatever, and that's what we would eat. And it was super chill. And then my dad, he lived in the capital. So, like, I'd chill in the capital. Like, I'd get a taste of both, from being, like, either in the bush or, in the city. But I used to love it. At first, I hated it because I'm like, I'm coming from over here. So I'm just like, oh, my God, this fucking sucks. All I got's my PlayStation. And then I was just like, man, fuck the PlayStation. I want to go fishing. I want to go do all this cool shit. I want to go, I want to go to the rainforest, and check all this stuff out. And then once I started seeing that stuff, that was cool. And then, I started hanging out with other Puerto Rican kids that were into punk rock and stuff like that. And that was pretty awesome, to see that there was like a little punk scene over there. So that was kind of chill.
There's a little scene over there, man. Like, it's funny. I got a friend who's into like hardcore and stuff like that, and he lived over in Puerto Rico for a while. And he's like, dude, you got to open up a Lucky 13 in Puerto Rico. I'm like, maybe. But, dude, I did look at liquor license over there. It's dirt fucking cheap.
Yeah.
You could open up something so easy over there.
Even property is cheap as fuck over there.
Yeah, man. That's what I'm saying to my girl. I'm like, maybe someday we'll buy a little fucking house in Puerto Rico. I'm totally down. So I'm trying to learn Spanish right now.
Open a Lucky 13, bro, in every fucking state.
Yeah, we're trying, man. We're trying. We're trying Florida now, and it's fucking not easy. So.
How do you say Lucky 13 in Spanish? Anyway.
I guess it would be like suerte but I don't know. I would have to Google translate that one because my Spanish is a little rusty. Even though it was my first language, I became very Americanized. Pero es 13. 13 is 13, so it would be like 13 I don't know, something like that, something with suerte. So I would have to definitely Google translate that one.
We'll get the answer before the end of the day.
Yeah. So somebody will chime in with it or something. I don't know.
It's fucking beautiful over there, man.
I've been there once in my life, and I almost did not come back.
Yeah.
It was fucking amazing.
It's chill, man. It's really, really chill. And Puerto Ricans are just like chill people. They're very like friendly people. Like they're always cooking. They're always got like a beer. Like it's just. They're totally different than the Puerto Ricans here. That's for sure.
That's what the fuck I said when I got here.
100%. And listen, they don't love the New York Puerto Ricans either because I was like...
No, they're all Bronx Ricans out here.
Yeah, I actually fucking... I met some dude over there and, I was in the fucking bar. So I bought a little something while I was over there. And I was like, yo, is this good? And he's like, shit. He's like, I ain't no fucking New York Rican, motherfucker. I'm like, all right, bro. All right.
Oh, shit.
All right. I was like, relax. I'm just on vacation.
No, it's an insult to them because, like, to them, they feel like, like they don't represent the island well or something like that. Like, my grandpa was like that all the time. My grandpa was, like, hardcore about it. He's like, hey, you got to represent us well. You know? You gotta act right, and stuff like that. And, my grandma, too. My grandma was very, very strict about that. I mean, my grandma, she was awesome. Like, she was really, like, ahead of her time. Like my grandma liked Black Flag, which I thought was crazy. Yeah. She thought punk rock was really interesting, which I couldn't believe.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and she had a big influence on my life too. And like, she was a big wrestling fan. She used to go to the Garden to see Bruno Sammartino and stuff like that. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, man. So it was really cool. She made me a Yankee fan too. So, she took me, made me, rice and beans and fried chicken and all that stuff. And we'd go see the Yankee games. And it was awesome. So
she's still around?
No, she passed. She passed some time ago, but she's always with me, man. Like, nice. Definitely like, I always got Mommy Irma with me. So, nice. Yeah, man, definitely positive influence. And one of the first people I remember at the time, cause she was blind and I dyed my hair bright pink. So everybody in my family's like, oh my God, this fucking guy, look at the way you look, man, this and that. My grandma was like, I like his hair cause I could actually see where he is. So that's kind of cool, like, cause she was like, she could only see the pink like blur, but she knew that was me, so anytime she was next to the pink blur, she knew it was me, and that was really cool.
So when you were out there in Puerto Rico, though, imagine when your grandfather and grandmother, did you have TV there or shit? It was like, nope, get up in the morning, get on the fucking boat, let's go.
Yeah,
do everything.
There was very little TV time.
That's cool.
And like I said, I went over there with my PlayStation. They're like, what the fuck is this? Like, what is it? They were like, what kind of VCR is this? And I was just like, I'm like, no, it's not. And they're like, yeah, whatever it is, just put it away. We're going out, Nice. And we would just constantly go out and we would hike and we would just he took me to Venezuela in a boat too. That was really cool.
No shit.
Yeah, we went to Caracas because he knew people there. My grandpa was a merchant marine, and he had this gnarly scar going across his stomach, and he got into some fight with some dude, and he's like, yeah, the other guy died. And I was like, damn. I was like, did you kill him? He's like, I'm not gonna talk about that. And but he had that gnarly scar across his stomach. So he would always just go and like do whatever. And there was like so many like little private islands that we would just go to. We'd go out there. He would cook some fish. We'd chill there, you know. We'd like drink beer and he'd be like, don't tell your mom, you know. And then like we'd just go back and just hang out. So it was like always an experience, and I was always doing something. And it just, it like I said, at first I hated it. Right. But like after a while I was like, man, this is awesome. Yeah. Like getting away from the city, getting away from all that, you know, understanding the island, getting to know my culture a little bit better too. You know, that was really, really big for me. And I'm eternally grateful to my parents for it, you know, even though at the time I was like, send me home, I don't want to be here, you know. Yeah. But it was cool. It was cool. I had a blast. And then I got kids into Slayer in Puerto Rico too, so that was pretty awesome.
Nice. I mean, fucking Puya's from Puerto Rico. I think they're coming. I think they were just around again too, weren't they? Coming around doing shit.
Yeah, they started doing a comeback.
Yeah, I remember it was weird. I remember seeing them open up for Cradle of Filth. Like it was such a weird. It was such a weird bill. It was like Puya, Cradle of Filth, and VOD. And
VOD does not seem like they would be in that fucking kind of a mix.
No, neither would fucking Puya. Shouldn't be on that either. Like
Cradle
open up for Cradle of Filth. Yeah, it was really weird. It was like fucking Hammerstein or something. I forget, but it was crazy. But I remember just seeing all the Puerto Rican flags fucking going. That was my introduction to Puya. I remember when I first saw them there. It was cool. Yeah, they're fucking legends on the island. Yeah. Any other bands come out of Puerto Rico?
God, none that I could think of off the top of my head. I mean, I know it was a lot of salsa. You know, I mean, obviously Hector Lavoe, you know.
Yeah, no, I know there was like, you know, pop artists that came out of there,
but not too many that I could think of. Nah, man, not too many that are coming to my head. Now, I mean, there's a lot of individuals that came from Puerto Rico that ended up, you know, like Ron Reyes, you know, he sang for Black Flag, you know, and, you know, you'd have a couple of Puerto Rican musicians, you know, but obviously in New York, you know, you meet a bunch of them. You know, the Craze, they were one band too that, like, you know, I knew Johnny from Jersey too, so they were like, you know, really influential, you know, like to me as a young kid, because I'm like, hey, you know, these dudes are like me, you know, like fuck it, I could do it too, you know, and that was really awesome. So those were some of the guys, but those were more like Americanized guys that I kind of knew, but I never really, I guess I was too young to kind of like explore the scene over there to really like get to know like what was going on. I had just kind of heard like whispers of it and stuff like that. And obviously pro wrestling was really big over there too. I used to go watch IWA Puerto Rico, you know.
Who's fucking
Carlos Colon.
I was gonna say Carlito's father.
Yeah, he was the man over there. Like my father would talk about like, this man beat Ric Flair.
He just recently fought Ric Flair again.
Yeah. They got into it again. So like that was like my dad's like, you know, big thing that he would always talk about. Carlos Colon beat Ric Flair, you know, and it was just like, all right, cool.
Had no choice, bro. You would lose or die.
Well, yeah. I mean, I hung out with Ric Flair by accident one time, which is like the strangest, coolest fucking thing ever. And I was hanging out at this bar on the Upper West Side, or the Upper East Side, actually. A friend of mine, Mick, who is a big New York City FC supporter like I am, we ran into each other, and he was just like, hey, come to the bar. You know, he's this Irish guy. He's like, hey, come to the bar. Have a pint on me, man. You know, it's good crack over there. So we go, and we're hanging out at the
good crack?
Oh, yeah, no, crack is like a multi-purpose word with the Irish people. What is it? No, not like actual crack rocks. Like, you know, it's
like, fuck, what part is that?
It's just this huge cloud, you know, everybody's fucking wired. But we ended up going over there, so we're like hanging out. I'm having a Guinness, and he's eating like this stew. And he's like, oh man, this stew is something else, you know. And then he stops eating the stew, and he just stares at the door like in this trance, and he's like, I reckon that geezer over there is Ric Flair. And I was just like, what? And I just turn and I look, and I'm like, it kind of looks like him. And he goes, no, that geezer is Ric Flair. So he goes and uses the ATM. He's got a broken hand, right? And then he leaves his card in the ATM. And so he pulls it out, and he looks and he goes, Richard Flair. And I'm like, what? And he goes, give it to him when he comes back. And I was just like, all right, fuck it. So like I was an indie wrestler when I was younger.
You're
like,
telling me Ric Flair fucking put his fucking ATM card in the machine and forgot it?
He forgot about it. Yeah, he was filming something for some Andre the Giant documentary, it turns out, right? So he stopped in to have a drink, but he was looking for places because he's like, I don't like hanging out in a lot of places with a lot of people because then people recognize me and they start bothering me. Like, I like these chill, like, holes in the wall, right? So he leaves his card, he comes back, and I'm like, hey, you left this in the machine. He's like, son of a bitch, this would have been the third one I would have lost. You know, I lost one at the NBA Finals. LeBron invited me, and I broke my hand in the bathroom having a fight with somebody. And I'm like, what the fuck? And he's like 70-some years old, and he's like fighting dudes in the bathroom and like all this shit, breaking his hand. So he's like, I owe you a drink. So then he buys me a drink. I mean, I'm not going to turn down a drink from Ric Flair, you know? So we ended up hanging out and just chit chatting, and it was just so awesome. Just like hearing all his stories, all the stuff that he did, and he's hitting on the bartender. I mean, he's like Ric Flair of lore, like he is the nature boy to the T. And then I just remember at the end, he was leaving. He goes, "Hey, you mind doing me a favor? You mind putting my jacket on for me?" I'm like, "Fuck yeah, it's fucking Ric Flair, So I put his jacket on, and he's just like, "All right, I'm gonna get out of here. I'll see y'all later." He's like, "Woo!" And then he just fucking
Get the fuck out of here.
He fucking woos, and he walks out of the bar, and like there was people clapping.
Yeah.
And then this one guy's like, "I don't even know who he is." He's like, "But that was amazing." So it was pretty awesome, Definitely.
That's pretty awesome.
Fucking shit, dude.
Yeah, fucking Ric Flair. We got a wrestling thing going on here on Sunday.
I was
Sunday
telling
night.
him about this fucking wrestling fucking rock band you guys have here or something. Like you guys, there's a fucking band that they have wrestling while they
No,
play or
it's
something.
I don't know. Schlack and Christian and
Schlack,
the
yeah.
hipster hot throb and all those guys. There was all those.
What's it, Off the Turnbuckle, I think it is?
I
or something
think
like
so.
that?
I don't know. Those guys. I don't know Christian who comes in here, who's the hipster hot throb, who fucking he sets up wrestling events in here sometimes, and we have one going on Sunday. There's like a private party. It's not a private party, but there's a firemen coming here on Sunday, and they're doing an open bar, and then there's some bands and some wrestling. I'm feeling it's gonna get a little fucking crazy in here, so I'm gonna have to hang around.
And superplexes off the fucking stage.
Yeah.
Is it the same guys from last time?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
fuck.
They all get crazy, but it's cool, man. It's a controlled chaos. You know what I mean? Like it looks fucking nuts. They usually smash light bulbs over each other's heads on the stage, and then it like works off the stage. And next thing
So
you know,
who's
they're on
cleaning
top
all
of the
that?
bar.
Me.
Yeah.
So the last time we had it so that they worked their way outside the bar and then they did the glass outside.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So if
All right, we'll make sure that happens.
If that's a thing, we
Yeah, because are people breathing that fucking shit in
Yeah,
after they break the
yeah,
glass?
absolutely.
Oof, man, that's worse than a Newport, man.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome, man. When those guys, I love it, man. When these guys do it, it's pretty cool.
Schlack's a character too, man. He's hilarious. Like I mean, I met him at ICW when he did an ICW show in Jersey City at the White Eagle Hall, and he was there, and he was just like hilarious. So he's like one of the characters in that whole deathmatch scene.
Yeah.
So yeah, I saw his sticker on the wall, which I was like, "Is that Schlack?" And he's like, "Yeah, that's Schlack. Schlack comes here quite often." I'm like, "Oh, pretty cool."
Yeah. That White Eagle Hall place is fucking great.
Oh, it's beautiful.
It's beautiful, man.
Yeah.
Have you been there yet?
Never been.
You're gonna get out of your house, man.
yeah.
So
Dude, I've been in Jersey City all my life, bro. I'm good.
Dude, it's great. It's great, man. It's I saw Obituary over there. in
Yeah,
Municipal
me
Waste.
too. Yeah, I was
it
at that show.
Yeah, it was a good show,
Yeah,
man.
man. Then the stage diving started and all
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
and it was madness. But that was a hell of a show,
That's
man.
crazy.
Yeah, it
You
was
guys are in the
good.
same fucking building, bro.
Yeah, man.
I was at the
Small world, small world.
I was lucky in the VIP area though. I was lucky.
I love Obituary. So I was totally like fucking down with going. And Municipal Waste is such a great show. Like, every
Yeah,
time
they're
they
fun.
play.
Municipal Waste is fun, man.
Absolutely. There was another act with them too. I'm trying to remember who the hell it was.
Gate Creeper was Gate Creeper.
Gate Creeper,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. Those guys are great.
Yes. I ended up getting stoned with those guys afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I had herb, and then they were like asking, they're like, "Has anybody got any herb?" I'm like, "Yeah, I got some." So I gave them a joint, and they're like, "Oh, we'll give you a T-shirt." And I'm like, "Okay, cool." So they gave me a Gate Creeper T-shirt, and I hung out with them for a little bit, and
that's
they're
cool.
pretty cool. Yeah, the singer, the dude with the mustache, I forgot what his name was, but I think his IG's like Hella Hammer or something like that. But he was cool, and we chopped it up for a while.
Nice.
But that's a fun venue, and it's got kind of like a Webster Hall kind of vibe. to
Yeah, it does.
You
It's
know?
fucking nice and clean and fucking yeah, man. I dug it. And yeah, I was getting drunk with the Obituary guys up in the Obituary area. It was cool because there was a bar upstairs too. You know what I mean? Like there wasn't just a bar downstairs, it was a bar upstairs. So it was awesome.
Yeah. The balcony is like where it's at, like for a lot of that stuff, especially like if you don't want to be fucking standing and all that stuff, like for fucking hours. You're just.
I'm
like,
getting old, bro. I was totally happy to be fucking right now.
I hear that. I went to see Rage Against the Machine.
Oh yeah, how was that?
Okay, so like here's the thing. Musically, they were very good, but like Zach has a torn ACL. He can't jump around. He can't be like animated. So it was kind of like, I mean, I've seen him 3 times. Like I saw him at the end of the 90s, in the middle of the 2000s, and then now. And I would say this one wasn't the best show, but like, there's a lot of people that were into it in the crowd, and I get it. You know what I mean? Like some of those people never seen him before, but musically they were great. It sucks that Zach couldn't
jump around.
Yeah, he couldn't be into it. You
Were
know?
they also doing this show like every single day last week?
Dude, it was like 5 days. It's like, it's tough. I mean,
5 days of sitting down.
Run the Jewels was really good though. They were excellent. I mean, like I'm not the biggest hip hop guy, but like they were just really, really good. Like they were excellent performers.
Nah,
like,
but it's
crowd
about time.
interaction.
It's about time. LP's getting his fucking props. That's the white guy in Run the Jewels.
Okay, yeah. I was like,
It's about time he's getting something.
you-
He's a fucking Brooklyn boy too.
All three of us kind of looked at you like we don't know what the fuck.
yeah, you're cool, Dave. Yeah.
It's good. He's well rounded in music.
He
I've been
is.
following the guy for a long time, bro. He's good too.
Yeah. Nice. So what else you got going? You guys got a record coming out or anything like that?
Well, we've been working on that thing. At this point, it's like Chinese democracy. I mean, it's like it'll come out whenever it comes out. You know, it's like fucking like just this battle to make this thing. It's been one thing or another. You know, we put out one track. It was kind of a track that we worked on. That was like a demo track. Basically, that's what we have right now. But we're working on getting it done. It's been a process.
Can I show
to say
them?
the
Can I
least.
show them the track so they know what you're talking about?
Quarantine sing along.
This is a video we're gonna play
Yeah.
right now.
All right.
You'll I don't even need to explain it, bro. You'll see it. It's insane, bro.
All right.
Let me see. Let me get it set up here. Okay.
Let's do it.
This is so fancy.
He's so fucking fancy, right?
Right.
You know, normally though he'd be a lot quicker. He would have been playing. He would have played this already. He's kind of he's slacking a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm shellacking. All right, this is fucking Pat right here, bro. I'm gonna share the screen right here. You guys see what's going on?
Yes.
This is what is this? You want to explain this song, Pat?
So basically, like, this was just kind of a jam, like, and I just started kind of like going off about like what's going on with the quarantine and all that stuff, and I don't know, it just kind of popped into my head. And our band, we have a love-hate relationship with this song. Like, we love it one day and then we fucking hate it the next day. We never play it at our shows, which is kind of funny because
Really?
we made a music video. Yeah, we never play it. We never play it.
This is your fucking teen spirit.
I get it, but we fucking hate it. And we like other stuff. In retrospect, maybe we kind of rushed to just put it out, but we did. We put it out. We felt like it was the right time to put it out with the pandemic and everything going on. And the video itself is very suggestive. I don't know. I guess it triggers some people, but like I don't really give a rat's ass. Like,
But everybody gets triggered nowadays.
well, yeah, that's true. That's true. It's like it really doesn't take much, you know.
All right, set up right here. You got this colorful fucking song. This is Child Actors with Quarantine Sing Along.
China.
Mr. President, it's time.
China.
Well, everybody's sitting at home and they're a little bit worried about what's going on outside. So that's really the only way that you can appeal to these fuckers. Yeah, that's just how it is. You have to take things a little bit more seriously. And you can't let it slip through the cracks. You have to sanitize everything. And you gotta send traps. This is a sarcastic pop song. It's here for you to sing.
Joker homage there. She really spit in my face.
I hope so.
He's doing lines off of Sotomayor's book.
I'm triggered, man. I'm triggered. Totally triggered.
I've actually already seen this shit.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Really? Oh, man. Look at
So,
that.
as soon as I heard that China, I was like, oh shit, I've seen this video.
How the fuck do you see that shit?
I first fucking saw it.
Fuck, that's a fucking small world right there, bro.
I'm shocked. Like, I feel like outside of our own little world, it hasn't really gotten out very much. But, yeah, I just wanted to make something kind of interesting, borrowing from the times. You know, the Joker movie had just came out. Yeah. So I figured that would be a good thing to do. I watched Trump, like, speak on mute for a long time. So, you know, I got the hand movements down. You know, there were very good stuff I was doing there. You know, a lot of great people were working on the video. Wonderful people. A woman named Linda. You know, like stuff like that. You know,
That was good.
yeah, I really got into it, you know, and I still feel like I missed my calling as like some weird method actor. I probably should have been or something, you know. But
You're still young, man. You can still do it.
maybe, who knows, you know? Hey, any directors out there, you know?
Yeah, come on.
Come
You know,
on.
Samuel L. Jackson, I don't think hit it till he was 50.
Yeah.
Fucking Lawrence Fishburne didn't hit till later on.
I just need a Pulp Fiction, that's all.
That's all you
I
need,
need
man.
a Pulp Fiction, and I'm good. I could yell motherfucker like a motherfucker, you know? So, you know, just take a chance on me here, you know? But, yeah, it was fun. I mean, we had a great time filming it. And again, we were kind of filming it during the pandemic, so it was like, you know, a couple times, especially when we were doing the stair stuff, you know, we'd get cops that like come and like pass by, and then they would like stop, and then we'd be like, oh shit, we gotta run. And we gotta go up the other way, like up the stairs, and then like wait till the cops leave, and then we'd have to like, yeah.
Fucking the quarantine shit.
Yeah.
Remember, there was a curfew and everything.
Curfew.
It was strict.
I mean, I was home. I wasn't breaking the law, man.
Yeah, I mean,
I was exempt for that shit.
yeah, we were just Judas priests. We were just fucking breaking the law, you know, and we didn't care, you know, and it was just fun. But the spitting thing at the end, yeah. So the way we did that was we had her spit twice, and once we put a plastic screen, like a plastic, like you know, kind of window thing in front of the camera. She spat on that, and then one time we were like, all right, you got to spit in my face. And, you know, it was the one time I asked a girl to spit in my face, and it wasn't in my bedroom. So it was like, it was different this time, you know? And
Listen, COVID times.
Was it good for you?
Yeah.
I'm not going to say that I didn't enjoy it, but I'm not going to say that I did either. So
In COVID times, you were playing like Russian roulette, bro. You never know. You know what I mean?
she was out there like, hey, you know, you're good. Like, okay, you know, like, we're like, all right, you're healthy, fine. Just spit in my face, you know, no big deal. And, yeah, it kind of worked out, but she did a great job with it. And, yeah, we're really happy. And with Will Photo was the guy who directed it for us. You know, he's a guy who typically does, like, hip-hop videos. So when we presented him with this concept, he was like, fuck yeah. Like, this is completely outside of the norm of the stuff that I do. So, you know, Will's just been a great collaborator to the band, and we look forward to doing something with him again in the future.
Nice. That was cool, man. That was a cool video.
Thank you, man. Yeah, it was an interesting concept, and we figured it was pertinent to the time, so we were like, "Fuck it, let's just run with it." You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I might come back and do a Joe Biden one where I don't remember where I'm at or something, and then like my son's like smoking crack, like holding a gun or something. I don't know. You know?
If you do that, you have to have like a fucking just a quote at the end of the video, like, "Is the video over? Hello." You got to do that.
Hunter's a party animal. I feel like he took George W. Bush's spot as like the president's son party animal. Like I feel like he's really like kind of taking over.
Yeah, he
that.
smokes crack.
Yeah, he smokes crack like with hookers, and he's like rubbing one out with guns and like all this weird shit. And it's just like, meanwhile, like GW is like, I just want to do a couple of lines and hang out with chicks, you know, and like
And Hunter Biden's just trapped in a fucking hip hop music video.
Man. Yeah, I can see how you can trigger some people though, man. Everybody's fucking triggered nowadays.
Well, like people didn't know like where we were, like, you know, politically, and it's like, well, we don't fucking care to tell you. Like,
To the fucking words of the song.
yeah, like, you know, like, it doesn't matter like what we are, like, you know, it's a video, like, take it however you fucking want to take it. So some people are like, oh, well, you're anti-Trump, and it's like, well, you're pro-Trump, or like you're this, you're that, and it's just like,
Yeah, fuck off.
yeah,
Have a
like,
sense of humor.
yeah, like we're just being creative, bro. Like it's not that deep, you know.
Anybody got any questions for Pat? Just call in at 848-628-4482. The number is on the bottom of the screen if you got any questions.
And no, I'm not the father. So I just want to say that now.
Oh yeah, there's a phone number now.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Wow, this is serious.
Let's see if anybody got the balls to fucking ask Pat.
That's like real.
It's a good thing my mom's not watching. My mom would have been like, "Oh, where'd you put the password to the Wi-Fi?" or something like that.
Come on, don't be scared, people. Don't be scared out there. Call it 848-628-4482.
Well, we were just talking about before. We were on the Church of Satan website, right?
Yes. We had a podcast called Hudson County Scum Talk,
Yeah, that's right.
and we were fucking
Darren Deicide, who's he's a big deal in the Church of Satan. So we were on the Church of Satan. Then Dave calls me up, and he's like, "We're on the Church of Satan website," and I'm like, "That's pretty fucking cool."
Shit.
Like, you know, never had that happen. Wow. Music and everything. It's pretty cool.
See, I don't know why it's not. I see your fucking thing there, Jeff. Oh, there we go.
Oh, there it goes.
Unknown.
Well, I was just making sure it worked.
You got any questions for him?
I'm good. I just want to make sure it works.
He's kind of asking him.
Yeah, no. I've been asking him all the time. Keeping it going.
Oh, shit.
Oh man. So what else you got? What else you playing besides here?
I mean, we got here. We got a couple of places up in Jersey. There's a place called Crave 43 in Union City. We're playing again soon. They're kind of building their own little scene over there. It's interesting because like the front part of the bar is kind of like you know, it's like an immigrant hangout kind of place. So it's like dudes playing pool, like watching soccer, and like, you know, most of them got like gold teeth and like cowboy hats, but they're super cool guys. Like they're chill, you know. Unless you beat them.
We got a phone call here.
We got a phone call? Oh shit! All right.
Hold on one second here. There
Send
we
a
go.
voicemail. Press 2.
Hello.
Oh, it's a voicemail.
It's a voice. Who the you got a fucking like an infomercial just called you.
See, it's the telemarketers.
You
They're
just had a
looking for me.
telemarketer call you, bro.
I'm not surprised. They're always calling me. So
Yeah, no shit. They found you on here too.
Damn.
That's fucking weird, man.
like, wait a minute, we got that money we need. Son of a bitch.
Have you paid your college tuition yet?
Yeah.
So your social security number has expired.
Let me ask you a question, Pat. So you said before when we were talking privately, you said you're starting promoting.
Yeah, I'm kind of getting into it. I'm working with this company called Miracle Mob Venues out in Jersey, and we had some successful shows with them. Oh, is that Darth Vader?
I don't know. Somebody keeps trying to call you, bro, and then just fucking are hanging up.
I mean, Obi-Wan's a snitch. That's first and
Fucking
foremost.
bitches.
Well, it goes to a weird voicemail and it tells you like leave your.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out the kinks here.
If
Not the band.
If somebody's trying to call, send a message saying that you're trying to call.
Yeah.
If you're a real person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't be scared.
Yeah.
And no, I'm not Patrick Rivera.
Don't be trying to sell us car insurance.
So if I'm sorry, Pat.
Oh yeah, no. So like I was saying, I'm working with them. We're gonna be promoting some shows pretty soon. You know, it's been fun. We've had a pretty good turnout over there, and like I said, they kind of got like a little scene going over there. You know, which is kind of interesting. You know, back like 20 some odd years ago when Dave was playing still too. You know, Dave was around when we kind of had a little scene going in Jersey there. You know, I mean, back in the day they had like the Ichiban and like all these like punk clubs out there and stuff in Jersey, and then that kind of went downhill. But you know, I've been working with these guys, and you know, we got a lot of stuff coming up. We got a show coming up September 24th with this band Neon Funeral and a couple acts.
Oh, they'll be coming on here too. They're playing Lucky 13 too.
Yes.
In September.
Yeah.
I saw that name before.
Yeah, they're good, man. They're really nice guys. So you know, they're definitely fun and worth having on any kind of show that you're gonna book and stuff like that. But that's something I've always kind of wanted to do, kind of like work with other bands, kind of like help get bands out there and stuff like that, because you know, there's a lot of bands that don't get any exposure, don't get any time. And, you know, it kind of sucks, you know, so I want to be able to give those bands an opportunity to be able to play and kind of get out there more often.
That's fucking cool of you, man. Because, you know, a lot of band people aren't, you know, musicians and stuff like that. A lot of them aren't that personable and don't love socializing all that much or trying to promote themselves. It's hard for them, you know. So that's cool you're doing that.
Yeah, I never had a problem with that. You know, I mean, that was never an issue for me. And more importantly, like, if I wanted to make a fuck ton of money, I'd be making different music. You know, I make the music that I like because it's something that resonates with me, with my soul, with my band, and like it's something that we enjoy. You know, I could have made emo when emo was huge, but I didn't like that shit, so I never did.
But you made a song called fucking what about emo?
I'm not gonna get into that on the show. I don't want to get canceled. All right, but yeah, it's pretty bad. But the lyrics, you know, were basically about wiping out that whole scene because that to me, I just thought it was very disingenuous, and I don't know, I just wasn't with it. So we were kind of on the outside of stuff like that. And, you know, I understand like what we do and like where we're trying to get at, you know, and I'm not like trying to be a huge fucking rock star and all this stuff. Like I kind of just know what it is that we do. And I want to at least use the time that I have to help bands that have aspirations that don't normally get a chance to play and give them a chance to play and give them a chance to perform and get their music out there so that more people can hear them, especially a different audience or a different demographic than what they would normally play their shows with.
That's cool.
Let me ask you a question. I didn't ask you this though. Who produced that track?
That was done by Alvin Robertson. And Alvin used to work for the Bad Brains back in the day. He was a guitar tech for Dr. No. And Al's been a great friend of mine for a very long time. Al's worked with so many people throughout the years. I mean, he did, you know, backline for the Grateful Dead, for P-Funk, Harry Belafonte, the Bad Brains, the Bee Gees. I mean, so many people. And
Fucking Bee Gees?
Yeah. And he used to work in CB's like in the late 70s too, up until like the middle of the 80s. So, I mean, he saw like everything happen. I mean, he was at Kiss's first show, you know? Yeah. And he
Get
was
the fuck out of here.
Yeah. He said that they were just like, they looked like some bad version of the New York Dolls. And like, you know, they got into like an argument and he was just like, these guys ain't going to amount to nothing.
Yeah, they were a joke back in the day. I mean, when they first started out, everybody was like, these guys aren't going to fucking do shit. And
Got the last laugh now, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Paul Stanley and fucking Gene Simmons definitely had the last laugh.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Ace and Peter are laughing too a little bit.
Yeah, they're giggling. They're giggling.
I like Ace. I mean, you know, Ace was awesome. I think that original lineup was just the shit. Like,
Yeah.
You know, they were just amazing.
Listen, all of them, even though fucking Gene can be a dick, I'm like, you know what? He's Gene Simmons. Whatever.
But he's so intelligent. Like when you listen to him talk about like music and business, like and the business of music, you're like, damn, I could take away a few things from this.
Yeah,
you know?
he's very
Like,
smart.
You know, he really is. Like, yeah, he's an asshole, no doubt. But I mean, you don't really get to like those levels unless you're somewhat of an asshole.
Yeah.
Just a little bit, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, he's smart. He's fucking whatever. He gives no fucks, you know, so.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to give no fuck to put that kind of makeup on and, you know, start doing that years ago, you know.
He's giving no fucks all the way to the bank.
Exactly.
I mean, they got Kiss coffins. You know what I mean?
Yo, so if if you buy a Kiss coffin, they give you a lifetime supply of condoms. This way they'll get you coming and going. That's a true story. It's a true story.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
That's brilliant marketing right there.
Yeah, they have there's a
shit.
Kiss museum in Vegas that just opened up.
Really?
Yeah. There's like a guy who has a little Kiss thing set up in Vegas. A friend of mine was.
I wonder if he fucking got into stuff from them or borrowed from them and shit to show.
That what?
Well, I wonder if he's got a museum. I wonder if he borrowed any like items from Gene or Paul.
Oh, it's all Gene. It's all
it's all
he's
Gene
got.
shit?
He's got a ton of Gene shit. My friend was actually at it, and I don't know if it's whatever. I'll find out more details about it. But I don't know if it's a guy's private collection or whatever. But I don't know. A friend of mine was sending me pictures of this room all filled with Kiss shit, mostly Gene stuff. But he had, I don't know if you remember, Kiss had they had a coffee shop in in North Carolina or South Carolina, wherever Myrtle Beach is. They had a fucking coffee shop down there, and I was down there. I had a coffee mug that was only coffee shop, and apparently they closed not long afterwards. But
Oh shit.
but apparently Gene Simmons has some little ass feet because my friend tried putting his fucking boots on, and he's got like a size 6 foot.
You know what that means, man.
Yeah, I know exactly what it
6
means.
foot. I don't know.
Jamal's like,
Size 13s, bro.
size 13 and black. You know, he's got a huge dick. Fucking shit.
A bike out there got a sidecar.
Man. All right, man. Well, fucking. So you're gonna be here Friday.
I can't wait. I'm so fucking excited. I love playing this place. I really do. And
Thank you, man.
I'm not just even putting it over because I'm on the show right now. Like, I love it here. Like, there's just a vibe to the place. And then the thing is too, like, again, like we're not really a metal band, but we're not really like a soft rock band. Like, we do a lot of everything, you know. We have like a variety of influences, you know. Like, for me, like, you know, I like Bowie, I like fucking Faith No More, I like Slayer, I like fucking Sepultura, I like, you know, Dark Throne, you know. I like a variety of different things. Tom Jones, you know what I mean? Like, I'm all over the fucking place, like with the music that I like. So the cool thing about our band is, again, like, we all have different influences. And we all just kind of throw it in the pot too, aside from like what we have in common, and we just create something interesting. So whenever we come here and we play with, you know, more conventional metal bands, it's always interesting, and it's always cool because they end up appreciating what we do too. And yeah, I just have a blast here. So yeah, all you people out there, you watching this, come on out to the show. Come see all the bands. Come support. Come have a drink and come have fun. And don't double mask. Don't be that guy that fucking double masks. All right. He's gonna come and he's gonna cough on your drink. All right. You know.
Stick my dick in your fucking drink.
Yeah.
Size 13, baby.
And
You know it.
Right out of the sidecar and into your drink. You know what I mean?
Of course, from across the room. It's just gonna you won't even know it. It's going to happen so quickly. Well, dude, thank you for coming on, man. It's been fun.
Thank you for having me, man. This has been a blast. And yeah, man, I'm definitely going to be checking out future episodes and support this podcast, people, man. Support this show. It's a show. It's not just a podcast, all right? It's not a couple of guys jacking off in a basement, you know?
And we do that sometimes, too. It gets a little
With the
fucking weird.
13.
Yeah, that's
Gets
why I
a
got
little
this
weird.
fucking thing on my wrist right now.
Oh, with that thing, I mean,
He's got
forget
him on-
about it, you know? A lot of extra weight there.
Surprising he doesn't have them on both wrists.
Yeah. You know, that's what happens when you use fucking both hands, you know.
Yeah. So plug your shit, man.
I'm just going to be playing over here with the Child Actors this Saturday, August 19th. Going to be playing with Locaine. iDestroyer, I think, had we just received a message that they dropped out. There's a couple other bands that are not really coming to my head right now. But I also have a wrestling podcast called Working the Marks with Fernando and Patrick. We talk all things pro wrestling. We're available on Blog Talk Radio as well as on YouTube. And yeah, just check out the Child Actors. We're at The Child Actors on Instagram. You could throw us in the search and check us out. And yeah, man, just keep supporting live music, keep supporting bands, keep supporting great bars like Lucky 13's here, and hope to see you people out at the show, man.
Thanks, man. Okay. Jamal, Cowboy from Hell.
Cowboy from Hell _13. I'm here every fucking day.
Ladies.
With a big dick.
Come check out my sidecar.
I just got my fucking Facebook page back, which fucking.
Yeah, what the fuck was that?
Did they take anything down or no?
Well, no, I didn't. I lost my original Facebook page after 15 years. I lost my Facebook page.
So that's
I had
a new
idea.
page?
So it's a new page, yeah. Dude, I had like 4,600 friends, like so many photos and like bullshit and memories from years, and all of a sudden, like last week, I woke up and it says your page has been disabled for fucking like content. And
Well,
I'm
now,
like,
you know who's your real friends, bro. They're going to be on this one.
I know. Well, but you know how often I'm getting hit up from people going, hey, man, is this really you? Is this spam? Like, you know what I mean? Because I just got a profile picture up there. So I'm telling my friends to like start tagging me and shit again. But it was really fucking, especially I promote everything through Facebook. And I'm trying to get more Instagram savvy, but it's fucking frustrating. So friend request me on Facebook again, please. It's not fucking spam. Jeff Lucky 13 on Instagram. Oh, we got a wrestling thing going on here in October. Keith Goldberg, do you know Keith Goldberg? He's a writer. He's a wrestling writer. He did the He did the Iron Sheik documentary.
Okay.
He's writing a book about wrestling and COVID, but he's got an event coming up here in October, so that'll be cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Check that out. Sounds
Dave.
cool.
All right, motherfuckers, man. Make sure you guys follow everything at Lucky 13SP, and make sure you like and subscribe to the YouTube page and follow From the Dungeon Podcast. We will have Concrete Dream on tomorrow, 8:30, 9 o'clock. So make sure you fucking guys tune in, bro. You're not gonna fucking want to miss that one, bro.
All right, we'll talk to you. Next week, I'm not around. We'll talk afterwards. Next week, I'm not around. We'll catch you the following week.
All right, man. Peace out, motherfuckers.
Peace.
Okay.